Carlos and Antonio here at Jet Fitness once again, Ultimate Fitness Training. So basically what we're going to do today is basically video about core. So before we get going, thank you so much for tuning in, and today we're going to be focusing on core exercises. So I'm going to have a little apprentice here, Antonio, so he's going to basically be doing 3 different exercises in order to target the area of the core. Now, for a lot of guys out there that may not know, or maybe hear a lot of people talking about, oh, if you get your core strong, it's better for your back, it's better for your legs, it's better for your body. You're really right, because your core not only helps your core itself. What your core is, if you imagine, is your body without arms and legs. So it's that middle area, if you like, okay? So you've got 3 areas of your core, which is very, 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 very important. So you've got your rectus abdominis, which is the main area, okay? Then you've got your multifidus muscle and your TVA. So them 2 are very, very, very important. However, you also got your erector spinalis, which is right in the middle of your back, okay? Now, all those muscles, and I know I'm kind of giving you, for the guys that know, probably this is obviously very easy, but for the guys that probably never heard that, you probably think I'm talking Chinese. However, those kind of names I'm giving you is basically the front of your stomach, the back of your body, and in the middle there's basically those 2 muscles I told you guys about it, which is your TVA, your multifidus muscles. So those muscles are responsible for your core. So it's very important for us to strengthen them exercises and strengthen them movements, okay? Now, don't take me wrong, we're not just here to tell you 3 exercises that those are the only exercises you'll ever do for your core. No. So what we're doing here is basically show you some exercises of which you can improve that area. So Antonio's going to jump onto the first one. Yeah. So this particular exercise here is very good in order to strengthen your core muscles. Now, he basically is using a very, very basic foam roller, okay? And also you've got a mat. Obviously you can also do this obviously on the floor if you like, just straight onto the floor. Now what he's doing is utilizing his forearms in order to push the foam roller forward. Now what this is going to create is going to create a lot of stimulation. Now if you come up, Antonio. Now if basically what Antonio did there was rolling obviously the foam roller forward, okay, and backwards, okay. So what this is going to obviously create a lot of times, depending on how you do, he's doing it very well, it creates an isometric contraction on your abdominal area. So what an isometric contraction is basically a contraction without many concentric and eccentric contractions. It's basically a contraction without much movement, because what he's doing is moving his arms, he's creating very much an isometric contraction. For the guys that probably don't know that, what it is basically is very much a contraction without much movement on that abdominal area. But believe it or not, your core is screaming for you to stop. So by you doing that kind of movement, what you're doing is you strengthen that muscle. Now you may ask, how long shall I do that exercise for? How many reps?
I would say it depends. Like if you have a distance that you want to do, you can do like for 2 or 3 meters or
2 or 3 meters, yes. Yeah,
or you can do on time, like 30 seconds, 60 seconds, how you feel comfortable.
Yeah, sure. So obviously, as Antonio was saying, so you can do, obviously maybe go for 3 meters and then go 3 meters backwards if you want to do. That's probably one say if you like. Maybe do 3 or 4 times, okay? And what I always say to the guys, for the guys that basically may ask the question, so yeah, I can see the exercise, I can do the exercise, but how long shall I do it for? Now, my biggest thing about special beginners when you're trying to do it, the biggest thing you got to do, and the best advice I can give you, because I've spent nearly all my life training beginners and intermediate guys and advanced guys as well, but sometimes I feel sorry for beginners because they come in and they see, it's very scary, they see all this sort of machinery, they see all this sort of movement, especially now there's people jumping off all sorts of places, and it can be very confusing. So all I say to you is keep it simple, okay? Now start with 1 meter, okay? Start with 10 seconds, okay? Next time you do it, maybe do 1.5 meters, and then do another 12 seconds or 14 seconds and build up. As long as you're building up a little bit, because your body then will actually ask you to do more. Now if you're going to go from there and to do 20 meters, first and foremost, you'll never complete the 20 meters correctly. And secondly, you'll probably end up being injured. And thirdly, you'll never come to the gym again because you'll get bad feedback. So that's the thing that I want you guys to take home, is on that particular exercise, especially on the core, take your time. Okay, now we're going to move on to the second exercise. So this particular one, Antonio is going to show you guys as well how simple it is to basically focus on that core. So what he's going to be doing, he's going to do it like a plank position. So what he's doing is he's actually utilizing the serratus anterior muscles, if you like. I'll explain very shortly what those are. So he's also working his lower abdominal area, as well as, if you like, his upper core muscles as well. So the core muscles are very much engaged there. So as you could see, if the camera comes close, Antonis, if you just bring the camera, okay? Okay, yeah. So what this is causing, basically, this sort of movement here, if you like, when he brings his bum up, it's almost like, if you like, a V, like a reverse V sit-up, okay? It's, if you actually look at it, it's like a reverse. So watch. So that is very much so. His abdominal area is kind of crunching, if you like. So as I keep saying, it's all about the shortening and the lengthening. Okay. So you also very much got these not three muscles, but serratus anterior muscles. For some people, you might see these like sort of like three little strips there on the side. Some guys a lot more. So when he was going like this, yeah, and there. Okay, their muscles are being, because he's going there, so these muscles are being contracted as well. Again, so when you're working on a core, the biggest thing is you're not only working on the core. So obviously because he's on a plank position, his shoulders being activated, his core's being activated, his quads being activated, even his toes are being activated. And because depending on how long you stay there, if you stay there for longer than 12, 15, 20 seconds, your aerobic level kicks in. It's almost like, if you like, a thermostat. So when it becomes long enough, your heart, you start pumping more oxygen because it needs those muscles to basically work for a long period of time. So that's a very, very good one. Believe it or not, I use that quite a lot in my camps. It's a very, very effective exercise. Antonio, would you give these guys more feedback on that one? What would you say?
Focus on the rotation, on the internal rotation, because it's very important, talking about your obliques and get more strength and balance as well.
So the oblique muscles are basically around this area. That's what I was mentioning about the serratus anterior. So this muscle here really is really important for the sort of inversion of the torso. So when you're coming up in twisting, or coming down in twists, if you like. So it's very, very important. So those are the kind of muscles that, if you like, boxers, when you're twisting, or maybe rugby players when you're turning, also as well footballers, any type of sports that you kind of like internal rotation or outer rotation, internal, those kind of muscles are getting very much activated. For the guys that basically want to just build muscle, basically those are muscles that, if you like, oblique muscles that get activated by bends, side bends and stuff like that. Yeah, so moving on to the third exercise, the final one. Antonio? Yeah. So this one is a wind wipers. Obviously, I'm sure by the actual movement you'll see why it's called wind wipers. Okay. Windscreen wipers. There you go. So what he's using there is using the length of his legs to activate. So obviously the longer your legs, the harder these exercises. The shorter legs are, the easier the exercise is. Now this exercise is very good, in particular if you're trying to work, one, on your lower abs. However, that's not the best exercise for your lower abs. Secondly, if you really want to develop your oblique muscles, as well as, if you like, your if you like, your hip flexors. Now the one common mistake I see people doing that, if you go on the floor and I'll show you, is people bending the knees too much. Go up, bend the knees, and what they do, they go there, so they bend the knees far too much, and then what they'll do is go up too high, up, and then go back too much. Okay, so this exercise, basically, mainly what you don't want to do is basically like you did, just try to show the proper way now. So go out to the side, there, slow on the way to the side, slow all the way out to the side. There you go. Okay, so the focus really much is on that area, on oblique. So I hope you guys got that particular movement there correctly. Okay, now what you want to do, you don't want to be coming up too high, because the exercise very much so is the legs out to the side, the legs out to the side. So you're working your oblique muscles and also your lower ab area. Okay, now remember, it's core, you do it slowly. Okay, it's not about speed, it's not about, you see guys getting the legs up And I know it's wind wipers, but it's not raining inside, so just take your time, because these wind wipers are really slow, they're really lazy, they want to do the exercise correctly. It's not about speed, it's about the motion that you put into the particular exercise. Antonio?
Well, the main focus, as you said, on our obliques, and I advise everyone to build a muscle-mind connection.
Muscle-mind connection, yeah. Can you explain to these guys what we should understand from muscle-mind connection?
What muscle-mind connection means to me is when you're in your head, you imagine your muscle actually moving, and how it moves, and how it shortens and lengthens as well.
That's very good, yeah. Yeah, so basically is exactly what I just kept saying to you guys about the shortening of the muscle and the lengthening of the muscle. One of the most probably, I mean, most people when they say how muscular you are, people tend to do this, don't they? So basically imagine your biceps, how it shortens, okay, and then how it lengthens, okay, that's all it's all about, okay. Any muscle you do, whether you do chest, traps, shoulders, and lateral raises, is all about how you shorten the muscle, how you lengthen the muscle, okay? When you're doing back, when you're doing abs, when you're doing legs, it's all about shortening the muscle, okay? The tighter you get it and the more lengthening you get it, the more it tears muscle fibers, the more you develop. So that's all it's all about. Now, what I do see one of the common denominators is people stay in between too much. So let's say from 0 to 10, they stay in between 4 and 7. So they're never contracted properly and they're never lengthening properly. So it's about getting it to from 0 to 10, 10 to 0, 0 to 10, 10 to 0. And the more and the length of time you stay in those contractions, the more you develop, okay? But we're here to help you guys on all that journey, because we don't know it all. I don't know it all. He doesn't know it all. We not all know it all. Do you know what I mean? We're always learning. Science is science, all about science. So there we are. So today's about core, guys. Those are very good exercises, by the way. Antonio, as always, he made the exercise really cool, really easy. Obviously, you know, when you are an athlete, it's easy to do. Believe it or not, I'm telling you when I say this, you guys try to do that for 3 or 4 sets, and I'm telling you, you'll feel it tomorrow. There's no two ways about it. Because some of the exercise, when you do it, you think, oh, this is all right. But do it for a length of time, okay? Put time and sets in it. As I always do, like on a workout of the day, some guys, oh yeah, I've done that really easy. You've done that for 1 minute. Okay, now do 6 sets of those, and do 6 sets of the 4 or 5 exercises. Then you're not so all right. Okay, but that's just the way it is. But at the same time, it's for the guys that are doing fantastically well, absolutely brilliant. Okay, so here we are, another video, guys, to help you guys become your greatest versions. As you guys know, tune into our YouTube channel, which is Carlos Trainer. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Also, check out on our Instagram, which is Carlos Trainer 10. And with all that said, guys, on behalf of Antonio and myself, stay happy, stay healthy, stay fit. Have a great day. Take care.